There's a lot of talk at the moment about the need for a new wonder drug to tackle the coronavirus. The media are all desperate for it to happen very quickly. A new drug by next Thursday would be nice. Wednesday would be better. But when it comes, how will we know that a new drug is safe? Well, although there'll be some trials on human patients, though they won't tell you what the long-term dangers might be, the basic safety tests will involve animals. And I fear you may now be in for something of a shock. I've spent a good portion of my life fighting animal experiments and vivisection. Sadly, the fight has proved ineffective so far. It's been an unequal battle. On the one side, there have been people like me who know that animal experiments are not only inhuman, but also entirely worthless. Actually worse, they're useless and dangerous. On the other hand, there are the huge international drug companies who pay for most animal experiments and who do so because animal experiments enable them to pretend that the drugs they sell are safe for human beings. I've debated with vivisectors many times in public, but for a long time now they've refused to debate with me for the very simple reason that they always lost. Not because I'm particularly good at debating, but because the facts are so much on my side. My last debate was due to take place at the Union at Oxford University in England, but they couldn't find any vivisectors prepared to debate with me, so they cancelled me. I thought that was rather cowardly of them. They should have threatened the vivisectors that if they didn't turn up, they'd let me debate with a chair. Anyway, it wouldn't have been a fair debate. In a short while, I will destroy on this tape the validity of animal experimentation in less than 2 minutes. Animal experimentation is a big and dirty business. Every 30 seconds, vivisectors around the world kill another 1,000 animals. They use kittens, cats, dogs, puppies, horses, sheep, rats, mice, guinea pigs, rabbits, monkeys, baboons, and any other creature you can think of. While waiting to be used in laboratory experiments, animals are kept in solitary confinement in small cages. Alone and terrified, they can hear the screams of the other animals being used. Oh, and some of the animals used in laboratory experiments are pets who've been kidnapped, taken off the streets, and sold to the vivisectors. The animals used in experiments are blinded, burnt, shot, injected, and dissected. They have their eyes sewn up or their limbs broken. Chemicals are injected into their brains, and their screams of anguish coldly recorded. 3/4 of the experiments performed by vivisectors are done without any anaesthetic, and most vivisectors have no medical or veterinary training. Vivisectors claim that animals are not sentient creatures and are incapable of suffering mental or physical pain, but I suspect that most people watching this will know that's not true. It's just one of the many lies told by animal experimenters. There are many problems with animal experimentation. For example, all animals respond differently to threats of any kind, depending on their circumstances, diet, cage size, and so on. None of these factors are allowed for by vivisectors. By locking an animal up in a cage, experimenters have already invalidated their experiment, because by altering the animal's surroundings, the experimenter alters the animal's susceptibility, its habits, its instincts, and its capacity to heal itself. Since these variants are not controlled, cages and surroundings differ, experiments performed on animals kept in cages are of no scientific value. Even animal experimenters don't deny that drug tests done on animals can produce dangerously unreliable and misleading information. Thalidomide safely passed tests on animals. Penicillin and aspirin both kill cats. When Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin growing on a culture dish in 1928, he tested the drug on rabbits and discarded it when it seemed useless. Later, the drug was tested on a cat and a human patient at the same time. The cat died. The human patient lived. If doctors had relied on animal experiments to decide whether or not penicillin was of any value, the drug would have been discarded long ago. Penicillin even kills guinea pigs, the classic test animal for many drugs. Aspirin can be toxic to rats, mice, dogs, monkeys, and guinea pigs, as well as cats. Morphine sedates human beings, but excites cats, goats, and horses. Digital is one of the best established and most effective drugs still for the treatment of heart disease. It's so toxic to animals that if we'd relied on animal tests, it would never have been cleared for human use. I said at the beginning of this small recording that I could destroy the alleged validity of animal experiments in less than 2 minutes. So let's start the watch. First, vivisectors admit that most animal experiments are unreliable and produce results which are not relevant to human patients. But they'll also admit that they don't know which experiments are unreliable and which might be reliable. Logically, that means that all animal experiments are useless. If you don't know which experiments you can rely on, you can't rely on any of them. It is, however, my second argument which is the real clincher, and we're still only 30 seconds into the 2 minutes. Drug companies test on animals so that they can say that they've tested their drugs before marketing them. If the tests show that the drugs don't cause serious disorders when given to animals, the companies say, "There you are, we've tested our drug and proved it safe." If, on the other hand, tests show that a drug does cause serious problems when given to animals, the companies say, "The animal experiments are, of course, unreliable and cannot be used to predict what will happen when a drug is given to humans. We have, however, tested our drug, but it was on animals and they're different to people." You may find this difficult to believe, but it's true. Tests which show that a drug causes cancer or some other serious disease, or which even kills when given to animals, are ignored on the grounds that animals are different to people. And tests which show that a new drug doesn't kill animals are used as evidence that the drug is safe for human consumption. The drug companies can't lose. Scores of drugs which cause cancer or other serious health problems in animals are widely prescribed for humans. There's a list of some of the drugs widely prescribed but which cause cancer and other serious problems on my website. As a result, it isn't surprising that 4 out of 10 patients who take a prescribed drug which has been tested for safety can expect to suffer severe or notable side effects. 2 minutes. Oh, the other thing is that doctor-induced disease, very often caused by the drugs that doctors prescribe, are one of the 3 big killers of human beings these days, along with cancer and circulatory disease. If you don't believe me about all this, go to my website, look at the Animal Issues button, scroll right to the bottom. There's a list of 50 drugs which cause cancer and other serious disorders in animals but which are past fit for use by human patients. It's utter madness. If you like animals or people or both, please tell everyone you know to watch this video and look at the list on my website. Animal experiments are fraudulent and they're a major cause of illness and death. And remember 2 things. First, the search to produce a multi-billion-dollar profitable drug to allegedly cure or prevent COVID-19 will involve animal experiments. Second, 1 in 6 patients on most hospital wards are there because they've been injured by doctors, usually with prescription drugs. These are not opinions, they're facts. And now you know just one of the many reasons why the drug companies don't like me. If this truth gets out and animal experiments are stopped, then they'll have to start testing new drugs properly. It'll cost them many billions, and a lot of dangerous but potentially profitable drugs will never get to market. And it's one of the reasons why the internet is stuffed to the corners with lies about me. Now that I've recorded this tape, the lies and orchestrated abuse will doubtless increase. But maybe, just maybe, we can stop animal experiments. You won't see me anywhere but here because I'm banned by all mainstream media. I'm banned for the terrible sin of having been proved right too many times about a whole range of contentious issues which have embarrassed governments, drug companies and so on. Anything else you may read about me which suggests otherwise is a lie or a distortion perpetrated by people or companies with agendas to protect. I've been banned for many decades since my first book, The Medicine Men, in 1976. My intention here is to provide regular, accurate information and hopefully, through knowledge, some reassurance. You can help spread the word and the truth by pressing the share button. I've no idea what it does, but I'm told it helps. And ask everyone you know to watch the videos or visit the website. Some people will be angry and upset with you because the truth is often uncomfortable. There will be people who will say, for example, we've got to do animal experiments, because they help save people's lives. I think I've just proved that they don't. If enough of us speak out, then eventually the people who are destroying our world will go into reverse. They'll have to. It's touch and go, but it's still our world. I can't get exposure anywhere else, so it's up to you to spread the word. Thanks for watching An Old Man in a Chair, and thanks for all your support. I've not authorised any ads or any sponsorship. You can find more truths on a range of topics on my website, www.vernoncoleman.com, which is also free of ads and sponsors. If you want to see more videos from me, then please subscribe to this channel, because for curious reasons, they aren't always easy to find. And let's spread the truth as widely as we can. Thank you for watching.